The autistic son of my neighbor has not stopped invading my garden for the past 7 months. After moving into my new house with my daughter and my dogs, the 16-year-old boy next door, who has severe Down syndrome, has been increasingly encroaching on my property. Initially, I spoke with the neighbors, and they apologized. They promised to keep a closer eye on him while he was in their yard. However, after a few months, they no longer seemed to care and let him roam as he pleased. I installed security cameras in the backyard and at the front of the house, primarily for safety reasons, as we have a pool. He would climb the 6-meter wooden fence to enter my garden with a ladder from his house and let my dogs out. So far, I've managed to prevent him from letting my dogs out by using chains and locks on 2 gates. However, many times, the door to my garage was left open, and he would enter my house from the garden to let the dogs out. When he entered the yard and couldn't get out, he would start screaming, crying, and freezing up before eventually closing the gates and letting my dogs out. His parents would simply come in, pick him up, and leave. Now, after I made changes to prevent this, his parents started making a big fuss, saying I was trapping him in my garden, forcing them to climb the fence with a ladder and carry him back. I'm not blaming the child. He doesn't understand what he's doing. He has very serious challenges, and he's lucky that my 2 German Shepherds are very friendly. However, last week, I had to draw the line. While I was at work, one of my daughters called me, saying the boy had jumped the fence again and was causing a ruckus while she was trying to sleep. She said he was attempting to open the gate to let the dogs out by hitting the locks with a hammer. His parents weren't home at the time, so she didn't know who to contact to come get him. I felt a wave of sympathy. I told my daughter to let the dogs out and let the boy play with them until I got home. However, I decided that this would be the last straw. My plan was to come home, take the boy back to his house, and tell his parents that I would no longer tolerate him entering my garden. I sent a message to his parents, telling them that I would allow their son to play with my dogs only for today. But after today, it would be the last time. I'd had enough. I continued working until I received a notification from my camera system about movement in my garden. I ignored it, assuming it was just the boy running around with my dogs. 2 minutes later,